There's something men rarely understand. A married woman's flirtation isn't always about attraction. Sometimes it's about power. It's about validation. It's about control. And if you, as a man, don't understand this psychology, you'll fall for one of the oldest emotional traps in history. Because while you're thinking it's about romance, she's simply trying to remember what desire feels like. This is Stoic Power Codes, and today we'll expose the hidden psychology of why married women flirt and how Stoic self-control turns you into the kind of man no manipulation can touch. Stay to the end, because the final truth will change how you see women forever. You've probably noticed it, that subtle eye contact, that playful tone, that emotional spark that makes you question her intentions. She's married, maybe even has kids, but the way she looks at you feels personal. She compliments you, laughs a little too hard. You start wondering, is she unhappy in her marriage? Does she want something more? But what if I told you her actions have almost nothing to do with you and everything to do with her need for emotional power? Let's go deep. Chapter 1: The Silent Craving. Validation after commitment. When a woman first falls in love, her entire emotional world orbits around one man. He's her center, her Sunday. Every compliment, every glance from him, it feeds her sense of beauty and worth. But here's what time does. It dulls the novelty. Familiarity replaces fascination. And eventually, even the most loyal wife begins to crave something she can't get from stability, the thrill of being desired. This isn't evil, it's biological. Humans are wired to seek validation because validation equals survival. In ancient tribes, being noticed meant protection and security. So when a woman flirts after marriage, she's often trying to confirm that she's still desirable, that she still holds power in a world that's made her predictable. Here's the truth. Most men react emotionally to this. They confuse her validation seeking for love. But a Stoic man doesn't. He recognizes the behavior for what it is, a reflection of her inner void, not a test of his masculinity. The more calmly you see through the illusion, the more power you gain. Chapter 2: Emotional Currency. The Psychology of Attention. Attention is the new currency. And for women, it's addictive, not because they're shallow, but because attention affirms existence. A married woman who feels unseen by her husband begins to trade in small doses of flirtation. A compliment here, a smile there. Each exchange is like a sip of emotional wine, intoxicating, but temporary. She doesn't necessarily want you. She wants the feeling you create. Here's where Stoicism separates the wise from the weak. The weak man confuses interest for opportunity. The wise man sees the pattern, a craving for external validation. When you understand that, you stop reacting. You stop chasing. And paradoxically, your calm detachment becomes magnetic. Because now, you're not feeding her validation, you're forcing her to confront her lack of it. That's what power looks like. Chapter 3: The Mirror of Desire, Projection and Unhappiness. Every flirtation tells a story. When a married woman flirts, she's often projecting something she's missing in herself or in her relationship. Sometimes it's adventure. Sometimes it's mystery. Sometimes it's the feeling of being seen again. But here's the paradox. She's not chasing a new man, she's chasing a version of herself she lost in the comfort of commitment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that desire in itself is not the problem, attachment is. When she becomes attached to the feeling of being admired, she's enslaved to the opinions of others. And so are you, if you chase that same feeling from her. Detach from the illusion of validation. Remember this: attraction built on projection is temporary. You can't win someone who's trying to fill an inner void, because she's not even looking for you, she's looking for herself. Chapter 4: The Ego Game, Power, Temptation, and Masculine Self-Control. Every man will face this test, the moment when a married woman flirts and his ego whispers, you've still got it. It feels good, doesn't it? To be chosen, even when she already belongs to another? But here's what the Stoics warned us about: temptation disguised as validation is the beginning of your downfall. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A man who loses self-control in moments of temptation is not powerful, he's predictable. Flirtation is not a compliment to your worth, it's a test of your discipline. And when you pass that test by staying composed, neutral, calm, you win something far greater than her attention. You win yourself. That's what makes you truly desirable. Chapter 5. When flirtation becomes manipulation. Not all flirtation is harmless. Sometimes it's strategic. A woman can use it to extract attention, favors, or emotional reassurance. It's not always conscious, but it's powerful. She may not want you, she just doesn't want you to forget her. So how do you deal with this energy as a Stoic man? Simple. You observe without reacting. You don't moralize it. You don't punish it. You don't reward it. You stay centered, completely unfazed. When you stop giving emotional reactions, manipulation loses its grip. She can't control what she can't affect. That's the highest form of masculine dominance, stillness. Chapter 6. The final lesson. Self-control is the ultimate seduction. Here's the paradox no one tells you. The more self-controlled you are, the more magnetically attractive you become. Women, married or not, sense emotional strength. It's not your looks or your money that makes you irresistible. It's your ability to remain calm in the storm. When she flirts, you smile gently, not arrogantly. When she seeks validation, you give respect, not indulgence. And when she tests your composure, you remain still because your worth isn't defined by attention. That's when you reach the highest masculine state, the one Stoics called apatheia, the freedom from passion's control. You stop being reactive and start being intentional. You stop chasing love and start embodying it. Remember this: flirtation is just energy. Control that energy, and you control the game. At the end of the day, it's not about judging women, it's about mastering yourself. A Stoic man doesn't seek to expose others, he seeks to understand them. He knows that every act of flirtation is just a mirror reflecting human weakness, a reminder that desire is fleeting, but discipline is eternal. If you want to master your emotions, understand attraction, and build unshakable self-control, subscribe to Stoic Power Codes. Because here, we don't just teach philosophy, we forge warriors of emotional mastery.